My time on the Isle of Wight has come to an end, unfortunately. The van, the views, it's time to say goodbye. Absolutely love this place and it's just phenomenal. Amazing coastlines, some amazing park ups, and this is my second time on the Isle and I'll definitely be back. I need to bring the family back, we all need to come back. But it's time for me to leave and make my way back to the mainland. Whenever I come away and do these solo off-grid camps, I always get a bit, not embarrassed, but like, ooh, whenever I speak to people and they always ask to look in the van because they're always intrigued, especially other van lifers with smaller vans and stuff. I always get talking to people and I always get a little bit ooh, because we all know the van is not finished, it's nowhere near finished. It got me thinking, that's never stopped me or us going away on off-grid trips, just me or the family, because it's very important that we have used this van from the very start of the build up until now where we are for one main reason. And I thought I'd share this in today's video because I think if you're considering self-building a camper van from scratch with no experience like I'm doing, because I've got absolutely zero experience with building camper vans, I think this is the most important reason as to why you should always go away in your van before you start building and continue to go away all throughout your build process. But first, let's get in the van because we've got a ferry to catch and I don't want to be late for another ferry, okay? So we'll explain on the way. When you buy a van to self-build your own camper van, you immediately, or I did, you immediately go to YouTube. Where do I start? What do I do? What do I need to build first? Or you might go to Facebook groups and do the same thing. What do I need to buy first? Do I insulate first? Do I wire first? Do I need to plan my electrics? Which are all valid things to do, right? And YouTube is an amazing resource. It's probably why you might actually be watching this video right now. I wouldn't have been able to build my van without YouTube and Facebook groups, right? I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I could, because I couldn't. What you've got to realize is that everyone that's giving you advice, their vans are built to suit their own needs. And their setup is to suit their own needs. And those needs might not actually be the same needs as your own. You need to be able to build your van to suit your needs and what you want to get out of that van. That is the most important thing to consider when building your own van. Does that make sense? So definitely when you buy your first panel van and it's completely empty, go away in it and just spend a night in it, somewhere local, or go out for the day in the van and really just start to envisage the layout and the space that you've got, because then you can start to imagine what you want to do with the van. But once you've begun the build and the build is fully in flow and you're starting to think about that insulation, you're starting to put stuff in the van, when you're away in the van, you'll naturally start noticing patterns of how you use that van. Where do you spend most of your time? So for example, for us, we spend most of our time outdoors, even as a family. As a family of 4, we use the van off-grid. So that's another thing. Will you be using the van off-grid or not? But we use the van off-grid and we spend most of our time finding park-ups in nature where the kids can spend all their time outdoors. And we like to cook food. We don't like to eat out. We do like to eat out occasionally, but we also like to cook food. I like cooking food. So the further into the build you get, the longer you can spend in the van. That's what we found while being away during the van. We've spent a week in it and we've sort of said, right, as it stands, after about 2-3 days, bowl baths and wet wipes aren't good enough to clean ourselves anymore. We feel grubby, we feel like we need a really good shower. So now we know a shower is a must in the van, and we've got the water tank fitted, so we know we need to put a shower in that van. even just a weekend here and there during the build can teach you so much more than just looking at YouTube and looking at other people's layouts. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I do it, please do. Get ideas from other people, but I can't stress how much going away in your actual van and doing the things that you envisage yourself doing in your van will help you and teach you what you need in your van 10 times more than looking at someone else's build on Facebook or watching someone else build their van on YouTube, because they're building their van to their specific needs, as I said earlier.
Hello, mate.
How many on board?
Just me.
Just you?
Yeah.
Camper conversion, that's what threw me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a minibus.
No, it's just me, mate, yeah.
Number 12, mate.
Number 12?
Number
Legend.
12.
Thank you very much, sir.
All the best.
Have a good one.
Camper conversion, see? Just another little note there. I'm not in the sun, so you can't really see me. I'm sorry. Another little note, see? We want our van to be off-grid. Now, from going away to being off-grid, we know that we want to be off-grid. So we built the van to look and be off-grid. I mean, he thought we were a minibus rather than a camper van, which you couldn't really write it, to be honest. So again, we only know that from trying campsites and trying off-grid during the build and knowing exactly what we want. But I'm here at the ferry now. I got, well, about a 45-minute wait till it departs, so I should imagine we'll start boarding soonish, maybe soonish. So, but another reason, oh, are we boarding now? We might actually be boarding now. So another reason is you can test different layouts and different things. You can test different things during the build. At each stage of the build, you can go away and then set up boxes to look like additional bits of furniture that you're planning on putting in the camper van. So it allows you to plan further in the build by knowing exactly what you've done. This whole video will follow a theme. Another reason is you could save money. You could end up saving money just by going away in it during the build and not wasting money on things that you won't need. So for example, electrical. Now, I know being off grid, I need solar and I need to be able to charge while I'm driving because we won't be plugging in at campsites. Now, you could argue that I fitted a electrical hookup. You could argue that I wasted money on that because we don't use it. I mean, I haven't used it. I haven't used it once since fitting it. I think I still would have fitted it because it's handy to have if I ever need it. But I haven't used it once and it's been in there 6-7 months because every time we go away, like you've seen, we go off grid, so there's nowhere to plug in. But again, I know that I've got solar and I can charge while I'm driving. And electrics is one of the biggest things that every camper van builder wants to know. How much power do I need? But the theme that this video follows is that it all depends on your needs as the owner of the van and what you'll be using it for. But again, by going away in it, you can figure out that, do you know what? I don't need to spend £5,000 on an electrical system. I didn't spend £5,000 and we're off grid and I've got 240 and I've got 12 volt and I've got 240 and I've got 12 volt electrics in the van and I've not spent £5,000. But we are moving and getting on the ferry, so let's do that. It's very busy. I think everyone's getting on the ferry. This ferry, everyone's going on. So I thought for a second I was getting on the ferry, but I'm not actually getting on the ferry because this isn't my ferry. This ferry is the 5 past 7 ferry. My ferry is the 20 to 8 ferry. So I wasn't aware that this wasn't my ferry. So these people are, that ferry's just left, my ferry's on the way over. So I'm gonna pop out and grab a drink, use a loo, and come back in a minute. Right, finally on the ferry, on my ferry. Smaller than the last one, but that means getting off and heading up, finding somewhere to sit. Let's do that, shall we? My final points would be like, the perfect van doesn't exist. Every trip you go on becomes a test run for what you want to use the van for, how you can get the best out of the van during your build, and essentially allow you to build with even more confidence than just watching YouTube videos alone. Now, I'm quite aware of the irony that I'm creating a YouTube video telling you almost not to watch YouTube videos, but I'm not. YouTube videos are still probably an amazing resource to learn how to do specific things. Found.
Yeah, attention please, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be shortly arriving at Bozeman Terminal. Drivers and passengers should return to the car decks now.
Go to the car
Take
now.
care going down the stairs and use the handrails provided. Drivers don't start or move their vehicle.
As I was saying, what we found is constantly going away in the van prior to starting our build, definitely 180 million% going away during the build, as you've seen us do, has helped us massively with understanding exactly what we want in the van to help us get the most out of what we want from the van, which essentially will then, if it's your first van, surely you're going to love it more and there's going to be no regrets. That's my opinion on it, and that's what's helped us massively. So yeah, as you just heard, I need to get back to the van, so let's get back to the van, ready to get off the ferry, and we'll close the video out. But go away in your van. Look what's just broke on my van. Ugh. It's gonna need replacing. So that's it, back on the mainland, and I'm gonna jump straight into my 2.5 hour drive home. But I just wanted to finish with, if you are currently building, it doesn't matter if you're halfway through the build or you're just starting or you've just bought your van or you're looking at vans, don't wait until your van is finished to start enjoying it. One, vans are never finished. There's always something else to do for your van. That's the one rule. Don't ever think you're gonna finish your build, because it won't happen. There's always something you wanna change, something you wanna do. Like, no matter what, if you haven't got anything in the back, if it's a completely empty panel van, do what we did. Stick an air bed in the back of the van or get a mattress. Hey, look, if you don't wanna buy that and you've got no camp, take your bed mattress from your bedroom, stick it in the back of the van and get out and enjoy it. Get out and enjoy, because that's why we've got the vans in the first place, right? To enjoy it. So don't wait till your build's done, part done. You've got the van, just start enjoying it. And if you're looking to get a van because they're bloody brilliant. And when you go out and enjoy it, wherever you are in your build, use it, learn from it. Every trip we've been on, we've come back and said, right, this didn't work for us. We want to change that. Or, do you know what we were missing from this trip? That. So we know we need that in the van, and that's how we've got to where we are today. Trust me, your future self will thank you for it later. And I can almost guarantee that if you do get out and enjoy it during the build and prior to the build, you'll end up with a van that is suited to your needs, and you'll be able to maximize the use of the van to its full potential. But that's the end of today's video. I'm gonna make my way home and see my family who I've not seen for 4, 5, 6, 5 days? 5 days. I don't know. It's been a while. What did you think of the camera angles in this video on the outside of the van? I was trying something different. What did you think? Let me know. If you have found this helpful, because hopefully you have, because it's something that no one told us, we sort of just fell into it. Please consider subscribing to the channel. I say this every week, but it's completely free for you guys to do. but it helps us out massively. And if you are enjoying your van, what's the biggest thing you've learned from being in your van before it was finished? But as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Love you, bye.